Okay, now we're going to move on to the boom. This comes with your kit as well. As you notice, the boom is in actually 3 pieces. Easier for packing. You have your feed hose and for the spray nozzles, and then a bag of miscellaneous parts, nozzles, remote control, which will dump out and sort out, show you where each piece goes. Okay, we're going to dump the contents out of this bag and check to make sure that we have all our parts. And just lay them out in separate piles, just so it makes it easy to count and to check your supplies. Okay, once you're satisfied that you have all the parts, we're going to push this stuff aside and only use the stuff that we need immediately. First thing we're going to do is to put the boom together. So we're going to move this aside. Okay, now that we got the parts out of the way, just grab a hold of the booms. Now when you put the boom together, there's a roll pin in here so you don't have to push back and forth to make sure that you have it centered. We've already taken care of that part for you. Slide the pieces in like so. Tighten down the bolts. You can just hand tighten them for now, and you can always tighten them up later. You may have to move something. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a vise to hold this in, which you will need, or a truck to lock it into so that you can attach your parts. But what it is you take the clamps, and they're on 16-inch centers. So the first 2 clamps would go one right next to that pipe, and the other one next to that pipe. That would be your first 16-inch center. Then you measure from the center of this to the next one to get your 16. Now, just for show purpose, I'm going to take this apart and just work with a bar, just so I can show you how to attach the clamps and your boom. So we're just going to show you how to attach nozzle body and your brackets. Slide in like this. Take the other one the opposite way and slide it together. Make sure that you've got the screw out far enough that you can grab the back side. Now once you start tightening down the screw in the back, it will pull tight and this will be in proper place. Now each one of these is 16-inch centers. Put them all in place. You will find a T and a hose barb. Install the hose barb to the center of the T and make sure when you put this in line that it's centered the first 2. So it will be sitting like this to feed, so that you get equal feed to either end of the boom. Okay, we're going to say that all your nozzles are attached to your boom now. 2 hoses that you need. It's clear braid, 1 inch. Remember, this was attached to the solenoid on the pump. It attaches to the hose barb, center T, and your red hose. What you do is you cut the red hose, fit in between each one after you've got it all set up. and that's what connects it all together. The leftover red hose is for your drain. So that takes care of all the plumbing. And now we're going to go on to the electrical for the solenoid. Moving on to the electrical. You'll find some zip ties, long piece of wire, your power punch, fuse holder, miscellaneous butt connectors, spade connectors, and eyelets. Now, all this has to connect to your solenoid, which you had put on your pump previously. So, what I want to tell you is the way this is laid out, we'll get a closer shot later for you, is how the wire has to get attached. And read the instructions carefully on here to install this correctly. So that would be in between. Now, when running the wire, do your connections from your solenoid to the front. The last thing you want to do is hook up the wire to the battery. When you do this, put the fuse at the front where the wire connects to the battery. For that reason, if this, while it's running along the frame, gets wore out, it will blow the fuse and not destroy your solenoid. Okay, so basically this is the way it's laid out. Your eyelets, one for ground, one for positive. Fuse holder, your fuse. The butt connectors to join this wire. These two are actually not needed at this point in time. This one will join the fuse onto your power side. Run back to your power punch. Hook your two wires that feed the power punch from your battery with two butt connectors. Then you take these two and you have to run a short wire because the wires on the power punch itself are very short. We have to lengthen them. There is enough wire here to do it. Attach this to the power punch. Then you splice in enough wire to feed these two up to your solenoid. Now the solenoid has two spades on it, and it doesn't matter what side is power and which side is ground, it'll work either way. Once you've connected that up, you go back to the front of your truck, hook up your wires to your battery, push the remote, and hopefully you've got it all wired right. Okay, also included in the kit will be a list of all the materials that's in there. Please check it over, make sure it's all there. And hopefully that this video will make your installation a lot easier.